Intel, Vodafone, the road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
And a monstrous T-side there for Fnatic puts them just over and past that of the mousesports. Of course, the opening matchup here at the Intel Esports Arena had to drag out a few rounds there, but we did get across the finish line. Chad Burchill is my counterpart here. You might notice him from such action flicks as Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, I was in that one. Also featured in that Simpsons episode where they went down under. I was the guy with the boot. If you didn't see that one.
No.
And actually, I'm Chris Hemsworth, which is Thor's stunt double when he needs it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, aside from the stunts pulled around here from Fnatic, what do you notice?
Look, so I like it when a point I make comes true, because then it's like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. In that first half, you could see there wasn't really that many strategies coming out from mousesports. It actually surprised me with the B strat they did where they threw the 2 smokes for the wall throughout through CT, but they got stifled by the Molotov. Not many people throw that. Henry touched on it during, and it is kind of cool to throw in as a bit of a variation, and you can fiddle off of it a little bit more, but you need to make sure you get given banana control a lot, and Fnatic were doing that. You could actually see that Fnatic were giving up a lot of map territory on their CT side, not poking and prodding so much, and that wasn't such a bad thing, because mousesports were opting to do a lot of defaults on their T side, and eventually, once the economy got going, when they were just limping into these bomb sites, they weren't getting any opening kills, right? And if you don't have any opening kills, you go for those set pieces, and that's where Fnatic were able to just step up and deliver and just lock them out. Because when they were given opening frags, then they were looking okay. But when they didn't get them, they tried to execute, it all just fell apart for the boys from mousesports on that T side, unfortunately.
Big old mess, some even call it there. You got to convert, Chad. That is the name of the game.
Well, normally we would say 8 rounds is more than enough, right? But I think the thing is, when you flip on over, Fnatic's T side, their executes look better. And you wouldn't be really expecting that from a team, I guess, that's as new as Fnatic, but it shows that they're working hard. And Brolan towards the top of the scoreboard with 24 kills of his own. That youngster we said to keep an eye on, doing absolute work.
Yep, that would be the absolute banger that was Inferno. Now, what is very interesting is to see how these AUGs and SGs and all this is still coming into play. We've saw some pretty disgusting shots even last night. And then that's also tailing into tonight, Chad.
You know what would be cool? I think, like, obviously this change happened a little bit into this already, but it would be cool if we could, probably at the end of the season, I know HTV.org has the stats, we could bring up like a stat breakdown of weapons used throughout and compare that to last season just to see how much more the AUGs and the SG are getting purchased. That might be a cool thing to look at. Also to note, Fnatic did win 3 of the 1vX situations in that game to 0 of mousesports, and in a 16-13 game, that's a massive swing. Mousesports were dominating with the opening kills, but, you know, not able to get it done 17-13 in that stat regard there. All in all, disappointing for Mouse, I would say.
How about the stat regard that is this? We do have another map here between these two teams, Fnatic and mousesports, going to train, but we did highlight Brolan coming into this one, so let's talk a little bit and touch on the showing that we've had, at least from him.
Yeah, so just some of the things to maybe know. I did say that the kills that he had were obviously, you know, you look at the stat line and it's quite high, but it's when they execute, one example I have in my mind, when they execute came in, the smoke wall over towards A, they threw the app smoke, they threw the 2 pit smokes. His movement, he knew exactly where he needed to be. Jumped up on the barrel, got above the wall, so he was on top of the smoke, jumped to castle, made sure when they did attack that bomb site that he was in a fantastic position. That's just not like individual aim, that's actually smart for situational play. And that's something, right, when you play pugs and you play the FPLs, you play the rank S's of the world, you're not playing against execute. So this means that Brolan is quickly acclimatized to actual team-based Counter-Strike. He's making sure that he's moving around in the right ways, and he's learned very quickly. That's all positive signs for the youngster.
Well, how about now as he transitioned into train? What are we expecting between these two teams?
Look, historically with Fnatic, they've had one of the biggest wins this entire year on train. That was IEM Katowice, right? That was Flusher, who's no longer on this team. He's moved over to the realms of Cloud9. But if we're going to look at the more current version right now, we're still identifying this AWPing situation. It was noted that Twist was in an interview with JW. Twist is meant to be the primary AWPer, and JW is meant to be the hybrid player because they want someone to be aggressive on the rifles as well. But it feels with Brolan coming in and now Twist as well, they have 3 players who are more than happy to do that role. So what was once a problem for Fnatic in terms of entry frags has now been fixed. And moving forward onto train, looking on that, they're going to need it because their executes against, Rops as that inside anchor for Old Mate Mousesports is fantastic, and Chris J and Oscar has a very potent double AWP setup on this map. They have great rotations.
The most potent thing that I can think of right now would have to be along the lines of, nope, not the casters. It would have to be the Intel Core processor. That's right, game, record, and stream without compromise. That is how you get it done.
They're not the most potent, they're just the most pungent.
Yes.
It's true. After today, maybe.
Yeah.
Haven't showered for a while.
Could use another shower.
Matt smells good, though, as usual.
Thank you.
Lavender, isn't it?
Lavender.
That's his smell. Lavender.
Yeah, natural lavender.
Natural
It's,
lavender.
comes out of
True.
him. Well,
Every time I fart, that's what it smells like.
Well, that's pretty good
Outstanding.
because sometimes like this rainbows and butterflies. Does rainbow doesn't really have a smell, would it?
not really,
No,
no.
It's more of a visual element.
Yeah.
Maybe in like Lucky Charms, maybe some like cereal.
Oh,
type
dude.
stuff.
Those are so good.
Yes, indeed
They were unreal.
The marshmallows themselves
Yeah.
kind of trumped everything else. What might
Unless
say.
you let them go soggy, the marshmallows inflated to like double the size. That wasn't very good. But
I like it soggy, Matt.
well, that's interesting. So Henry, I know you didn't like it soggy. You liked biscuits for breakfast.
Biscuits. Oh, I'm not even sure where we're going with this now. Let's get into the action, shall we? Let's see whether we can break down where this pistol's going to be heading towards. It's going to be mousesports aggressively towards outside. By the looks of things, 3 players towards Popdog. It's Broland to defend with the USP. Fnatic picking up Inferno. Not going to get the pistol, but the looks of things here. The bomb will be planted. It's a great position for mousesports here. The retake will begin, but Twist being assertive, breaking out of the connector. And we'll see whether this defuse is actually possible. Crims has got the kit.
Oscar, he's got the goal, though, as he stands up behind the E-Box. JW has the patience. Sticko has the aim. And the Lion doesn't have a heart. Courage. What one was he looking for again? Can't remember. Twist takes down Oscar. It's Sunny and Rops. But Exist is trying to get on top of his bomb. Diffuse in hand. It doesn't matter. Because through the smoke, Sticko was able to locate him, take him down, knew exactly where that bomb was planted, and mousesports take the opening round yet again.
They certainly do. mousesports will have themselves a 1-0 lead. Fnatic looking like they're going to buy up in the second round, though. So the scouts coming out, Crims, JW, and HEs and Smokes. You can see that extra $500 does yield an extra few goodies. 2 scouts, 4 Smokes, and flashbang CZs, and a first kill. This can be quite a viable strategy with overzealous Ts. Assuming you're going to be full eco, but seems like it's absolutely fine for Sunny so far. Make that Broland, though, because he has taken the advantage here. Still back and forth, but now Oscar getting the penultimate kill. Just going to be Exist left towards Popdog. Not really much he can do there. He's got PT50 armor. A couple of players are low, but that nade, he's just trying to get a weapon towards him, potentially. Not going to happen. Nade does no damage, and he'll have to show some presence and maybe go towards T-spawn. Just anything he can get down here at this point will be viable, considering options are very limited. Holding the Popdog, going to be detected any second. Good job to be undetected for a little bit, but overall we Sticko to find the 2-0. And now we'll have a look at round number 3. This should be the full EK. You're going to see a lot of HE grenades purchased. Fnatic will have 3 of those. They're going to dump those in main entrance. And we'll see if that does any significant damage. It might do. The Mach 10 of Oscar might just run out and get some kills here. So HE's a little bit deadly. We'll see whether it will yield a kill at all. Nothing at all. Sunny takes some damage, but less than half.
Twist is on top of the bomb train. Nate's going to go in that direction, so he'll... Ooh, actually, it's Broland that took most of the damage. I think Twist went down before. Didn't quite. Still in it. Goes down now. Either way, damage being applied and being overrun is Fnatic. So it's 3-0 for mousesports. This almost seems like a traditional game, but the money's in a different place. It's all in crypto now, actually.
Exactly.
Soon to be regulated. RIP.
And 4's available. No warp for Fnatic. They're going to be hamstrung here. In round number 4, mousesports with lots of cash and a Mach 10 in the hands of Sunny and Chris J. In fact, Oscar tagged up at the start, but this is just going to be a default round for them. Nothing too quick by the looks of things. Spread out across the map, trying to work out if the CTs have the AWP. What grenades can they bait out? Rops is so well known in this upper ramp position. Likes to just walk out. Like Chad was saying, like it's such a CSGO play just to walk out in a position like that, looking for the straight up heads up duels, and he normally hits the headshots required. What we'll be able to do it now is another question. They will enter the inside bomb site momentarily, and Exist is so passive here. There's not really much you can do about it. They're going to get a free plant out of this, essentially.
2 spots on leg day. They should get a free plant, you're right. Lots of flames down. They're trying to clear out all the close angles to ensure that that plant comes in more easily and it won't be countered off by any stretch of imagination. Exist just transfer over to the left, knowing that there was a Molotov thrown from that direction. So just furthering, and Flash is going high. He's the only one still there. It's taken so long for Broland to get in position on Z Connector. Fortunately for Chris J, Exist is going to win out. That will allow the entrance from Z Connector. They're down at just 3 players left to try and hold it off. Good shot back from JW and Twist, and wow, they're actually going to get the full retake.
Not bad at all. Existed enough, actually, with that one incendiary. Bought them, what, 5-6 seconds before the bomb went down. Actually gave them comfortable time to retake efficiently as a team. That's not too bad at all. 3 players will survive. Remember, that was still a bit of a bonus round from mousesports. They go in there with 2 Mac 10s. Hardly ideal for a post-plant situation. So they get the bomb down. Their money will still be strong here. Now the game really begins. 3-1 down. Fnatic post their first. With all the utility needs to be purchased, they could find themselves in a very compromised position going forward. The mousesports know if they're going to strike back, this would be such an ideal time to do it. All for Oscar, still with 4k residual cash. And Twist. He'll also have an AK-47 along with Crims.
Smoke down for Chris, won't be able to see to the back of the site outside. Ticket boost. I thought he might get the jump on that, actually, because he was up close when Crims was still climbing, shall we say, and if he'd had gone out wide, expect him to be further away, Chris might have had the advantage. But Crims wins it instead. Oscar still holding back with the AWP. He's waiting for the smokes to clear. Waiting for sunny skies.
That's why you're all the best, man.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Sunny's got 46 HP, by the way.
Ooh, Oscar takes Twist down to 0, but it's JW looking strong on those backtracks. 2 kills to his name so far. Sunny and Robs. A deadly duo, but on a map like Train, in this sort of scenario, I'm not sure they'll get much wiggle room. Good grenade. Won't find a kill, but we'll take all Brodan a little bit there. Looks like Fnatic have turned up once again to Train after a rough start. That's 2 gun rounds in a row. They've got 1 more buy to negate on the T side here. mousesports will probably buy an AWP for Oscar. They normally do this more often than most teams. Oscar buys the AWP, the rest of them get pistols and such, but let's see. We have to go for a more conservative approach. There's the AK. Oscar buys the AWP, so we're off. It's actually a pretty good buy overall. The Galil, 2 AKs, 1 Tech 9, and of course the AWP. Oscar of no nades. Same story for Sunny. And we'll see if they can break down the Fnatic defense here. They're slowly but surely building up cash. If they win this round, that will secure themselves for a decent half.
Certainly will. Fnatic again playing from behind at the start. Good run boost. JW didn't even spot that, so he might get caught off by the angle if he wants to re-peek it, but smoke down, that's not going to really give anyone the opportunity to do so. He'll watch the only gap in the smoke. That's above the server. That server is where the money now is, and the crypto is located. So that's what they're battling for here today.
Still stored inside.
That's right. It's got all the NVIDIA graphics cards in there, overheating, trying to do algorithm and farm up, or whatever they call it, mine things. As Broland and Crims find kills. Thanks, I've done my research. I'd like to go all in on black, please.
We'll see if Sticko can recover this towards inside. He's doing a great job so far. 1 more player to take down. That's Exist. He's actually been pretty decent towards inside so far. It will be Chris J to find that kill. Now, Sticko and Chris J waiting for the CT to rotate in. There's Chris striking first. Brolan surely will be sending the information towards JW as to where the teammates can find the kills, but overall it will be Fnatic giving that one up. It's mousesports on the force buy, actually doing a very good job, all things considered. It's Sticko once again saving the day with that great inside pick. AWP managed to take down Exist as well on that point. They just ran away with the round. Comes down to a tight situation. Meaning Fnatic will continue to buy here. It won't be the best though. You can see the scout out for Crims. Twist on the Deagle. JW has the AWP, but whether that's going to be enough, I'm not so sure. But look, good news is Oscar doesn't have his. They were unable to recover it from the previous round as we enter another default here. JW knows he needs to probably be a little bit more assertive. He can't just sit back towards the bomb train, for example, needs to try and hunt for a pick. He's doing that right now. Oh, that's not worked out at all. Worst of both worlds. Saw the player doing the run boost, then the boosted player goes past him, fires in between both of them, and then he's absolutely done for.
Yeah, you kind of move the goalposts on that one, if you know what I mean, Henry. And even if you don't, the round will continue with one man down. It's JW, as you mentioned, drops. Good patience. Let's actually get Twist moving toward him. That could have gone very poorly in any other direction, as Exist will at least take down Rops, and it's Brolin and Exist against mousesports, looking to find their 5th round on Train. 2 Trailer Park Girls went round the outside, Henry. Round the outside, round the outside. This should be, where'd he go? He went back up the ladder. That should have been a kill. Sticko should be gone. Exist is trying to get away, though. He wants to try and save his weapon.
Exist. He'll have the M4 and T-spawn.
Sorry.
I feel like this has to be the eco now. Lost bonus not really there for Fnatic. They had those 2 great rounds, but unable to get the 3rd. They got that 3rd in a row. They would have broken the money, built up their own momentum, big amount of cash, but unfortunately, none of that happened. And it will be now mousesports with a firm lead, $3,500 in the bag per player. I assume Fnatic will force buy around this M4. They're going to need a double eco regardless. For those of you who maybe don't watch as much Counter-Strike as the rest of us, it's a difficult procedure to purchase up with just 2K. We'll see what they can do. Maybe they just take the full eco and try and string together whatever they can into the next round. Second stage loss bonus, they get 2,400 per player into the next round. So if they were going to eco, it has to be pretty much that. They can afford a PT-50 each, no armor, no nades.
No armor, no nades. That's really not ideal. Well, shots back out towards spawn of all places because they're getting aggressive. This is actually not bad. All things considered, when you can, like, again, no armor, no nades. They're trying to just cause a dent in the economy. Unfortunately, Brolan's going to give himself up trying to get toward a gun. I guess it was worth the risk. He didn't have a lot of HP, but Exist with the M4 he carried over actually has a slim one, but a great chance now. Spots the second player on top of the train. Does need to be careful not to overcommit to that individual fight and get caught out from the hitch because both players in that direction now. But this M4, that was legitimate.
Yeah, there was a good chance. Made them uncomfortable. Fortunately, didn't get much more than a few kills. It was quite comfortable finish in the end for mousesports. Chris J just tapping away. Tap, tap, taparoo.
Just tap it in.
It will be a difficult buy as well. Again, Scout, FAMAS, UMP, 1 kit, bare bones utility item. Oof, that's a rough one on Train. This is another one of those rounds. They can't just sit back in the default. They're going to have to go for a push somewhere. Maybe flashing towards exactly main entrance here. That would work for me. Got the smoke and the wall bang following up. It's going to be another difficult round for Fnatic here. This could be a quick one. Let's see if Sticko and co can detect their pushes. 1 player inside again. That's Exist, the only significant rifler in this round with Brolan. They've both got M4s. Another smoke deployed from the CT. Sunny's fine with that. So early on in the round, bleed them out for everything they've got.
Sticko. Hanging out at the bottom of the ladder. In case you were wondering what I was going to say about Sticko, that is what I was going to say. Sunny. He's looking for Crims. Crims is looking for Sunny, you could say, really, because he's the one that's dancing the fine line inside of a main territory, typically defaulted toward terrorists, but everything doesn't come for granted. There is no such thing as entitlement in esports. And Sunny takes down Crims. It's traded back by Brolan. He's now got, oh, great flash. That's like the perfect flash.
Yeah, it's the reckoning right there, isn't it? Get that in the face and it's all over. As the scouts will try and save the day. Such a difficult weapon to... Oh my goodness, what? Rops is just wrecking house right now. That shot towards Pop Dog, it looked like Twist had them all locked down. The great flank, the good timing, the bomb we planted, that's round over. It's going to be 7-2 and another eco for Fnatic required. They're going to save whatever they can. This could be an M4. That's not going to happen. And we'll find ourselves now at 7-2. Fnatic knocking on the door of maximum loss bonus, but not there yet. It's going to be another partial buy. And at this point, we'll see whether they can piece together some Deagle's armor. 5-7 for Crims. And another eco will ensue.
Everyone likes ecos.
Do they?
Yeah. Do you want to do a game? Awkward pauses during the cast.
Sorry, again? Say again?
Awkward pauses. That's our shtick for the cast.
Okay.
You just have to kind of talk about something like Brolan has Pistoli's going to take down Sunny and actually gets a headshot from the bomb train. Chris J got him back with the Krieg. Oh, that's a bit of an awkward pause inside of the hallway, and it's Twist going down as a result. They know now they're back towards CT, and it's Crims that has a 5. Seven as he takes out Sticko.
That was too awkward for me. I couldn't handle that. That made me feel weird. I don't like awkward situations.
Okay.
Or confrontations. So,
all right, well, we'll drop it for your sake.
Okay. Maybe try it tomorrow.
I'll do it without telling you.
We'll do it in the
arena. Middle of a LAN. That would actually be amazing if someone knew what I was doing, just like hint that I'm going to do it, but the crowd has no idea, and they're just like, whoa, what's going on?
What's this? Oh, it's exciting. So much tension in the air.
And even do like a in the middle of it, just to, as everyone's like, what is he doing? Be pretty good, actually. Someday.
Double orb setup for the first time map. Nothing awkward about that. Twist and JW. A deadly duo. Scoreline not ideal, but they brought it back to 8-7 before from an 8-2 scoreline. Maybe they can do it again. They would have to at this point. It's not like Inferno. Train is a legit CT-sided map. You do need to be finding a good 6-7 rounds to stand a chance. Anything beneath is going to be such a struggle. Not impossible, don't get me wrong. Anything is possible. Even a 15-0 is able to bring it back. We'll see whether these double orbs will be the catalyst for success. Inside push, Twist have to hit at least one. Does that, but the instant trade comes through. It doesn't actually help them out at all.
No help. No help. You're no help. Oscar's going to try to hold off the site. There's a bit of a smoke problem. Down in his way. Can't see through it because he's not forsaken. As Brolan tries to work back in, he's flashed off, getting away actually, excuse me. Went toward the smoke and then jumped back immediately, given the flash. Wanted to just save the weapon. JW is going to try and do the same. He'll take out Sunny. And it is always sunny in Copenhagen. Did you ever watch that sitcom?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia or
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. No, I haven't seen that one. I'll have to put it on the to-watch list. JW might be put on the same as they're trying to hunt him down now towards the end of the RV position. The mousesports look way too comfortable here on train. We'll see if Fnatic have anything left. The double orb setup wasn't the absolute successful story, but it's going to be JW saving the orb. Do they buy up around it? At this point, you probably have to. You've got an orb, an MP9 for Crims. They'll get some Deagles, CZs, but still, JW has to hunt for kills. He has to push somewhere and get a frag. He cannot sit back and wait for them to commit. That's where he's going in Ivy again. Nice bunny hop, but is it going to be enough? There it is. Didn't they get the trade? Oh, they do not. This is actually looking brilliant for JW. Exactly what we needed to see. An assertive play gets them a 5 versus 3. They don't recover any weapons, but that's fine. They've got all the manpower now and have a bit of freedom. They know there's going to be a bit of time before they can actually react.
So 9-2 mousesports really running away with things on train, trying to claw back a victory against Fnatic, who took them in the first game of the evening. Sunny going to work down from Ivy with Oscar, the Grouch.
as you call him.
It's from Sesame Street.
I know, you call this guy Oscar the Grouch. Though.
Today's show is brought to you by the letter 6 and the number Q.
Number Q is my favorite.
Stacy Q's mine.
Not surprised. Anyway, Exist looking to close this one out. Desert Eagle holding strong, needs a headshot. Well, maybe he doesn't. It's the chest that will find 2 kills. take it all back. No heads required. And Sticker will be dropped. There's the headshot we're looking for. Fnatic back in the game, somewhat. There's one round on the board for them, 9-3. As JW takes matters into his own hands towards the Ivy position, of course. 2 kills, 2 quite stylish ones as well. Plenty of money for mousesports, but they've also got plenty of rounds. At this point, anything else, they get double digits. That could be the death sentence for Fnatic. They need to try and close this out 9-6, if they can.
Twist. Whew. J-Dub trying to go back out, couldn't do it. Missed the shot by a mere millimeter, a beard hair, a whisker.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I can't grow any of them.
It's true, you can. Maybe even one of your beard hairs is how close it was. That's how close his shot was.
It's going to be a back and forth affair. The bomb down. Oscar, certainly capable of winning these sort of scenarios, but exists a little bit too quick. He actually has been one of the MVPs of Fnatic in the last couple of maps. He's only on 7 kills this one, but he's playing inside, remember. You don't get a ton of frags in that position. That's where you're going for 1 or 2 and they do commit, which is what, every 5 rounds or so. So you're not really looking at numbers in that sense when you're breaking down stats of particular roles on train. You're looking at their individual performances and what they did when they had to. That's sometimes a bit of, that's why you call it support player or an anchor player, because they don't get a lot of action. They're not going to get a huge amount of frags.
It's true. Keep it ape for Twist as he rotates back over. Pistols only, so great turnaround from Fnatic to find 2 in a row. And now, with Rops only on a deagle, he'll slow the pace considerably toward the brown halls. Everyone is in that position, and that will be confirmed. So this early rotation is not surprising to see. In fact, so too is the press toward ladder. Great shot from Exist. That all has to do with the push from JW, who with a shotgun has gone all the way toward G-Spawn. Brolan, meanwhile, may take the fun away from him by getting up the ladder sooner, so the shotgun doesn't get the flank. Look at Sonny. How did they not see him? He nearly got 2 there. If he got 2, I don't think the round would have been gone because the bomb was already planted, so he would have been essentially retaking, given the CT's already won out the back side of the site, but it certainly could have been costly.
Well, Fnatic, this is exactly what happened on Inferno, if you remember. This is them getting battered for the first few rounds. They bring it back right at the end of the first half, and then win the pistol, no problem, win the map. They did that in Inferno. I kind of feel like it's happening here as well. They're looking more sprightly at this point. They are working well as a team. We'll see whether this is where they can close it out and get the 6th round on the board.
See if they can. Roland. And Sticko, they'll have an exchange, but it's Rops and Oscar that actually get away with it. So mousesports finally back to winning ways. Perhaps 9-5 certainly is a much closer scoreline. 9-6 is pretty damn good, actually, from Fnatic, considering how far down they were. Crims tries to fire out toward A main, and as he retreats, that's not bad at all, given that Chris J just happens to be coming down the hallway and was ready for it. That's good communication for him to be alert and aware and at the ready. Twist is more ready than Oscar. He'll get the shot on the AWP, and it's Chris versus both Twist and Exist.
Come on, Chris. What have you got?
Not much. You?
He has actually quite a lot. He's got a Molotov, an HE, and a Dream in his back pocket. Where is he going to position himself? CTs, what are they up to? They're very conservative. I guess it's going to be Exist coming in from Pop Dog first. That's what they're waiting for. Let him go through the motions there. I like Chris J's position, though. This is actually a little bit naughty. See whether he can potentially shut this one down. The Molotov wants to deploy that at the last possible moment. I think there's a smoke on top of the bomb now, though. Chris J will nade on top of that. Go for a bit of a spray as well. Overcommit slightly now. Only has 3 bullets and the full defuse comes through. Gets one more chance at the full spray. Going for it. One more bullet will do it. Takes down the diffuser. That's going to be the bomb going off. And mousesports will find double digits in round number 15 there. It comes down to a stray bullet to the side. He gets 2 bites of the cherry there with a 30-bullet spray from the AK-47. The bomb explodes. And mousesports have a very convincing half. We have to say, Matt, Fnatic did come back into that first half. It's not over just yet.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not at all. They came back in the first half of Inferno as well, and we saw what happened. They went on to win the bloody game.
Bloody game.
So there's a chance they could do it again.
Not bloody likely.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Britt. Mr. Britt.
Here are the scores on the doors. Brolan, 14. Great individual talent. Watch out for him in 2019. I feel like there should be an article or something on all these young guns. I'm sure there's someone's done one. Just talk about all the young talent that's available in 2018. Who's going to make it potentially in 2019? Who's going to be the big names? And will it still be simple? Considered
I think it's going to be Launders and Scrawny.
Could be. They are young upcomers as well, chomping at the bit,
Chomping at
ready
the
to
bit.
jump in our grave.
Yeah, scary thought that. Well, we've got some time to discuss it. It is going to be likely, based on the trajectory of the previous rounds in this engagement, an engagement in which you very jubilantly said yes, that mousesports could take this pistol.
Well, yes, they certainly
You thought
could.
I was going with something big and revolutionary there, didn't you? I
Mousesports
baited you into
could
that
take
one.
The pistol, yes, they could. There's always a chance. And for now, let's see whether this little tactical timeout, you do get 1 minute at halftime just to discuss your options, work out how you'd like to position yourself and your team. Whether you'd like to go for a lovely, faster approach potentially. Would you like to push in together as a team and go very quickly? Would you like to be tactical, go for a fake? There's so many options available to you, but usually it's the inside bomb side that most teams pick on the T side. You see the two smokes and Molotov for the post-plant situation suggests they will end up inside, but smokes outer suggests they might actually just go quickly down the pop dog. Oscar to defend, gets the first headshot, can't get the double. That's bomb down. The rotations will come through very quickly. Sunny only good for one, surprising. Oh, the reload twist. He had a kill lined up on a plate there. The headshot already been delivered, and JW. That's not bad. They will have a huge advantage here in terms of the HP. Like we said, Fnatic certainly capable of getting back in this game, even with a 10-5 scoreline. They have to win the pistol, though. JW's got them in a great position to do so. There's still more work to do. They need to recover the bomb.
Need to recover the bomb. That's easier said than done. JW taking slight damage from Old Train. I say Old Train, Old Bomb position on the train. It used to be. For those of you who are new, there's a lot of new viewers in CS, as given and indicated by some of the surveying that's been done. Great jump from JW. The surveying that's been done about viewership and whatnot, and who's showed up in the last few years. So the original train had the bomb back in that rear alley. Nonetheless, JW's rotated. He'll go for the immediate plant. Wants it down as fast as possible, and so that he can get back toward where he came from, knowing the rotations will be in that direction from CT. Close the distance. I say it, and he's come up with a better idea. Play off his teammate instead. That's probably not unwise. They're both low enough that even at range, with the damage fall off from the pistols, they'll still be within kill shot range.
Well, Sticko will get the first Crims now. He's got the Glock. That Molotov's gone. I feel like he's done enough. Look at the HP situation. They can't really do much about this. Oh, the defuse though. If he hits one bullet, it's all over. He's kind of panicking. The defuse actually works out. It comes down to the final second then. Sticko somehow survives. Great work. What a round as well. Fnatic, it looked like they were so far in the lead in terms of the situation. Then all of a sudden, it falls apart at the very last hurdle. The smoke down on the bomb. The full defuse and just one bullet. It would have been enough, but not meant to be, and maybe out of frustration, we're seeing quite a heavy investment here from Fnatic here, Matt. They get the bomb down and 4 kills. It'll be 2 AKs here and a Galo. If they lose this round, that could be the game in itself. This is a bit of a gamble, but one I respect still. It's a very viable idea. It's why the money system has been changed to give you these sort of options and work out whether you can actually cause some damage here with an unorthodox approach in terms of the AKs being brought out early. You don't want to fire off any shots though until you've got a guaranteed kill just like that. It's getting very uncomfortable for mousesports here. Sticker has to reload. He'll fall back towards the backtracks. Smoke down. Oscar with the auto shotgun. Why is he such a beast with that weapon? Sticker gets 2 through the smoke. JW now caught in no man's land, waiting for a mistake to be made, but he will be the one going down. And all of a sudden, Oscar, the auto shotgun, starts it all off. And now Brolan left to resurrect the round for Fnatic. Good headshot to take him down. Picks up an auto shotgun, but will this be enough?
Will this be enough? Brolan. Shotgun is great if you're a CT player on this side, in this position with 5 players to shoot at. When you're a T player and you've got to walk out and try and take over a bomb site, you're about as good as Henry Greer coughing in the studio.
Yeah,
As
that's not
Sticko
good.
takes out Broland immediately. It's 12-5 in favor of mousesports.
Not very good.
At all.
And it's an eco for Fnatic. That's going to be 13-5. Not the end of the world, but there's only so many times I can say that before it's going to look like it's a pretty logical outcome. But we will see. Deagle and Armor for Twist, apparently. He won't be getting an orb next round, I don't think. JW certainly could afford one. Let's see whether Fnatic have anything left in the tank with Glocks and Deagles. Inside they go. Oscar with the auto shotgun again, and he'll just get the first kill. Not bad. Oh god, he's got them all lined up. He gets 2.5. Nade will finish off the damaged player. Looks like Robs is having some fun now. Exist at the back lines will at least find the second kill, but I don't think he'll find much more. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Bomb recovered. And you can see the CTs aren't slowing down at all here. Exist will perch himself in the corner of the brown halls. He might get another kill here. Sunny does not have to be pushing this at all. You just need to hold the bomb site here, boys.
See if he's capable of doing so. Exist waiting to make sure that if Rops dare go too far in this position, he'll punish him tremendously with a deagle. Get a gun for it. That's well struck, and he'll try and do exactly that, having picked up now the M4 in a 1-on-2, a winnable situation. Bomb in the hands of Exist. He absolutely will give this a go. He'll take his time with it. No need to overcommit at this point. Exist.
Remy's got no
Trying to
armor.
get that shot. You're right. That's a fantastic point, Henry.
It is. It really does mean he can't take those long-range duels. Any bullets in his general direction, headshot or not, is going to get his aim all over the place. And the reason I point out long range is because obviously the crosshair movements at that range, even the most minute movement is going to throw your aim off. So if it gets jolted slightly, you're not going to get that kill. Close range is recoverable, but not so much when he's trying to pick towards connector. At this point, he actually just wants to die. That might sound odd. Or get the bomb plant if he gets that. That's fantastic too. But he'll run in, and Sticker doesn't have the option of letting him survive and taking no cash. So he will just take him down. His Oscar, like we said, 2.5 kills. He got the second quite cleanly. Ding to third as well. That was the ding just there. And the nade closed it out. There we go. Exist did a good job to take some money away, but it's 13-5 confirmed. Fnatic, though, looking quite tenacious recently. We'll see whether they can keep themselves afloat in the game. Oscar and Chris J back out with the double orbs.
Back out indeed. Quick little flash down, see if Exist can get around the corner with it. 3 to go for mousesports to go 1-1 on the evening thus far. Don't forget, coming up next, we've got Space Soldiers and Hellraisers.
Ooh.
Followed by, again, mousesports. We'll see them for 4 matches tonight as we get toward the end of the season. They're looking to make some valuable points tonight, unfortunately giving up 3 of them already in the first map against Fnatic. Wendigo is their next opponent. I'll take 1 Wendigo, please.
You definitely can.
Thank you.
You could have it.
I'll upsize the fries as well.
Well, I think Fnatic have got locked out of the drive-through because at this point, there's no wins available for them. It's a 4-on-2. Crims and Brolan working together. Trying to bust through. But just going to walk through Ivy. 4-on-2 is definitely winnable, but on a map like Train, you've got so much to find and deconstruct in terms of the setup. I'm not sure whether this walking out Ivy is going to be enough here. First kill comes through for Crims, but still they've got to find the second. They have no idea where this player will be. Chris J with the close range orb. It now goes down to a 2-on-1. Crims incredibly talented in these sort of situations. He didn't grab the bomb. He's waiting for a rotation here, and this is actually really smart. It's a great idea, but Rops, unfortunately for Crims, will out-duel him there, but I love that. You smoke and throw a nade towards outside, suggesting you go for that plan. You go towards backdraft and catch a player transitioning, which was great, but unfortunately unable to hit the shot. I have to keep buying here. Cannot allow a match point this early on. Galils and AKs.
Chris is quick to the hop. And you're right, this is it again, using yet another weapon, MP7. MP7, it's gonna go aggressive, flash timing, perfect twist, was walking out through the door. Don't turn around now, because you're not welcomed anymore.
That is the song.
He should have changed those stupid locks. He should have made you leave that key. If I'd have known for just 1 minute you were gonna flashbang on me, it's now 15-5 for mousesports against Fnatic. I don't know how this song will survive.
It's not really.
Okay.
It's
Well, we
it's
tried.
falling apart It's like in Guitar Hero when you start missing the chords. Going,
What an annoying noise that you are, because it throws you off the rhythm, right?
yeah. Well, could be the final round here. UMP, Galil, CZs, not much to speak of, and 10 rounds in a row required just to take us to overtime. It's unlikely, but Fnatic will give it their best shots. They'll go towards inside. All 5 players here. Look who's waiting at the front door, though. It's your man, Oscar. He spots 3, drops the incendiary. They might just have to go through that. We'll see what their choices are. That could be the first kill for Crims. It's never easy to close out a game against the likes of Fnatic here. And Oscar will hit the close range shot. What they really do here, they have no real utility now, only 1 rifle. And it's up to 3 players remaining to try and crack open the B site.
Let's see if they can manage it as Oscar takes down JW, Twist, and Exist. The only 2 left. This could be the signaling for the end, which brings us to our favorite part of the show, Chad and Trace time. It's kind of like Troy and Abed, just not quite as good. As with 49 seconds left in the round, Twist and Exist will have to come up with something brilliant. Bomb in their hands, AK, and M4.
Okay, then. Twist and Exist, what you got? Well, you've got 30 seconds to find a lot of kills there, plant the bomb. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's going to be 16-6. Exist, the last-ditched attempt here to make his way through in towards that bomb site. I don't think this is going to be the play that saves the day, but the Molotov will at least get the bomb down. He'll give it his best shot. It isn't looking like it's impossible for him, but it's very improbable, I'll say that much. Doesn't want to give up yet. Really wants to take this to round number 21, it seems, but doesn't happen. It's going to be Exist going down, and a very clinical performance there from mousesports. Matt didn't really break a sweat at all. 10-5 in the first half. It felt like there was a resurgence from Fnatic, but they didn't post a single round on their T side after losing the pistol. They got very unlucky with some of the very close rounds and the clutches and some of the situations, especially that pistol. The 1 versus 1 with Crims. 1 bullet would have done it. It's just that small little nuance that denies the fact that they get nothing at all in the second half.
Absolutely. Well, nothing at all. And again, that's mousesports. With 4 games to play tonight, picking up 3 points so far, it'd be good if they could get the other 6 against Wendigo. But first, we've got another series. And first, we've got 2 lovely analysts. And now we'll talk to them.
Is that what you guys are calling me nowadays? Because I feel like I've been upgraded in ways. And
no way.
I guess that seems...
Go from runner to analyst.
Yeah, runner to analyst.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go from host to analyst.
I was going to say...
Weirdest conundrum in the world. Either way, that's enough from you two. We're going to keep it going.
Sorry about that.
And we're going to be moving over here to the 85, where in which those guys have to get out of the shot. They've got to go. I've had enough. That's enough of that.
Why do we call it the 85?
Because it's 85 millimeters.
I thought it was built in 1985.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
know, maybe,
we'll probably
man.
check it out.
check this out, though, because with that, mousesports making it look easy over there on Twitter.
Yeah. So we got a clip, and you know, because we spend a lot of time with each other, I love to bitch and moan.
Yes,
I love
indeed.
to bitch and moan more than most. And I'm going to bitch and moan with this clip that we're about to have on the screen, because the issue that's going around in Counter-Strike is not the problem with the second round bloody loss bonus after pistol. It is the CT economy and the pillar of constantly being reset time and time again under the pure and utter pressure of having more expensive weaponry and utility and the need to buy a defuse kit as I look straight down the barrel. Now, we're here at round number 11, Trace. This is the first round. This is 11 rounds into the game that we have a full gun round. Now, this is by choice. Obviously, they could have taken other save rounds. A full gun round with 2 AWPs, full utility, diffuse kits, armor on everybody. Is that Counter-Strike? Let's play this bad boy. Because to me, it's not CS. To me, this is just sad. You know how we fix this? We fix this by making the minimum loss bonus for the CTs 1900. Not the second round after the pistol, guys. Use your noggins. So let's clear this one out. If you're mousesports, Trace, at this point in the game, and you know that they're finally going to have a full gun round, what do you want to do?
Just kind of take it easy, maybe get some McDonald's.
Nah, man, you want to avoid those AWPs. And the best way to avoid those AWPs is by hitting inside with an execute. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're actually going to go relatively dry down low round. There'll be flashes to push the AWP off the line, but Twist will find a pick. So you can see 4 members right here making their way towards the inner bomb site, and 1 member over towards team main, who we're just on board with. It's a bit of a distraction, making it look like they're doing the normal default, because they have been running the entirety of the game as a 2-1-2 split. They attack the inner bomb site, they kill Twist, they push in, and they push all the way up. You can notice here, number 9, he's got his bloody Nikes on and he's pushing all the way down. Why? Because the AWPs can't get stuck in and retake. Why is this pivotal? If you can't retake with an AWP on the inner bomb site, what are you going to do?
Save.
Exactly. And that is what old mate JW will do. Saves that gun over to the next round. He's going to keep it in his back pocket. And they're actually going to be able to win mix buy off of that AWP save and get 5 on the board somehow.
Chad, do you remember when you were a youngster?
No.
I mean, do you remember when you used to get in trouble and then the adult would just be sitting there just kind of like...
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt in the first part of that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I felt like I just kind of sit here and wait for my lashings.
Well, my dad was real good at giving me a bloody lecture about playing video games. But look at me now, Dad. Look at me now.
How about we take a look at a little bit of the player head-to-head?
Oh, yeah, we had Rops and Brolan.
We did. In fact, we did. Brolin and Rops, in which both had shining moments, specifically for Rops here on Train.
Yes, so Brolan's moment was in that first map of Inferno, but you were bang on. Rops within the early stages of this Train game. He was just whipping heads. Very fantastic plays from him coming out of that ladder room, pivoting around, just looking like an absolute monster. And here you have the stats for everybody over the entire 2 maps of these 2 teams going head-to-head this evening. Chris J and Stiko actually putting in work for the mousesports boys. Not necessarily the names we think are too synonymous with top of the scoreboard, but
I'll say Chris J has definitely been on his game lately, which is definitely fun to watch. It's kind of like all that happened in New York. You know, you got this like massive 1v4,
I
1v5.
didn't see it.
Oh, you weren't there?
No.
Interesting. Either way, yes, it would appear as though Chris J has activated himself alongside his teammates, and it would appear as though they will take Train. Now, Chad, where does that leave us?
That leaves us with mousesports playing at the end of the night, but they've grabbed 3 points. I think if they grab a couple more, they should be looking pretty close to securing themselves, Chase, but I'm excited for the next one. There's going to be a mix-up, mate.
Damn straight. We're going to Space Soldiers versus the Hellraisers. When we come back, we've got Dust 2. We've got Inferno. We wouldn't have it any other way. So make sure you're here with us when we come back.